What is going on, Savages? I hope you are having a great day. I hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. I just got back from racquetball. I think I played for about 3 hours. I think I played about 8 games. So I am like really exhausted, but I'm still here. I want to do some Zel stuff again tonight. So that's what we're going to be looking at. In this stream, we are actually going to look at mining Zel using Hashr8 OS and AMD GPUs and using lolMiner. So let's get after it. So before we hop right into the content, let's take a quick look at the market, see what's going on. You can see I've got the green background, so you have a pretty good idea that things are a little bit green today, so that is good. Still up pretty good for the day. Ethereum's just killing it. Wish I would have put a little bit more down there in the 120, 130 range, but I didn't. Let's see. And as far as our watch list goes, we've got Raven doing really well, heading up towards 4 cents. Let's see what that is. Go over here and see how many sats we're at here. So 353. They're usually hovering around 300. So 353 is a good little bite out of Bitcoin there. So I like to see that out of Raven. I might do a little bit of Raven content coming up because they are supposed to be, I believe it's tomorrow, they're going to have restricted assets, you know, the whole fork. It's not a fork, well, it's a soft fork. I believe that they are going to be enabled tomorrow, so that should be really interesting, talking about restricted assets, tags, and all those things that are going to allow Ravencoin to basically be an STO platform. So I think that is super cool for them. So I might do a little bit of content on that as well. We will see. And let's take a look at Aeon. Well, actually, if we go back to Coin360 here, Aeon's down just a little bit today. They were, man, I want to say just right before the stream they were up, so this must be really new here. But still doing well above 10 cents. They started, I think they started last month at like 5 cents or 5.5 cents, so they're doing really well. Zel is doing okay today as well. They're up 13%, looking good there. And it's cool that we're doing Zel content because, yeah, they're up 13% today. So that's a good thing. And this little sliver here, I think, is CCX, which is too small. Let's go back over here. Let's go CCX over here. See what's going on. Okay, they're down below 10 cents again. All right, yeah. They've got some stuff coming up, so I expect to see them. You know, they're a small cap privacy coin, so they don't really. You hardly ever see them follow along with the overall market. We saw that in July whenever they went up. I think it was July that they went up, did an 8x in a month or so. You know, while the rest of the market was going up at that time too, because that was the whole plus token scam on BTC, and that was whenever BTC went to 14K and all that. But for the most part, they don't really follow too much of the market, so you kind of have to keep a separate eye on them. All right, so let me check the chat, see what you guys are up to. What's up, Standing Man? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Oh, somebody just sent me some Raven. That's weird. Raven assets. This right here. They must have did like they send it from time to time. A lot of these folks send to all of the addresses. Let me see if I can shut this off because it's probably going to, yeah, it's probably going to keep doing it. As you see, it went from 30 to 31 just now, so looks like they're doing some type of a drop on all the addresses. Okay, so let's look at what we are talking about tonight. What we are talking about tonight is actually how to mine Zel on AMD GPUs and using Hashr8 OS. Now, I got to preface this because it is not recommended to mine any EcoHash algorithm on AMD. It's just, especially RX 580 like I have, RX 580s and RX 570s, because it is just not efficient. It is awful. But we're going to kind of prove it tonight. So I figured some people out there do have 580s, and if the market goes crazy and Zel starts pumping really hard, people will be putting their rigs on, or their GPUs on Zel. So you know what, I forgot a couple of, I like to cover a couple of other projects here real quick just to look at what they're doing. I did look at Aeon. Okay, that's good. I think I left one out. Oh, Swap, that's what it was. Let's see what Swap's doing today. Oh wow, they're up 16%. Awesome, good job. That's good to see. And I also skipped Rio. Let's see what's going on with Rio. And they're up a little bit as well. Still around that 2-cent mark. Like they just love it at 2 cents. All right, so let's get back on track here. So we're gonna go look at Hashr8 OS and how to, now I haven't done any prep or anything, so it's just gonna be raw, it's gonna be real time, and you're gonna see it happen exactly as it would happen if you were doing it on your rig. If you were using Hashr8 OS and wanted to mine Zel on AMD GPUs. This rig down here is currently sitting at 7 GPUs. Used to be 12 or 11. Well, it was 12 at one time, then I knocked it down to 11, and I put 11 GPUs on a 6 GPU rig frame, a Veta frame. I've got videos on that. I think that was a live stream one Friday night, I believe, that we did that. It was like super dense. There was 11 GPUs in this really small area. Didn't work really well because they were so close that they would run pretty hot. But some of them are still really close right now, and you can see the temperatures over here aren't that bad. You know, there's a couple of them that are a little warm, but yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, they're super close together. This is what the rig looks like. You can't really see in there, but let me turn on the light here. So like, you can probably see now. You might be able to see how close the GPUs are in there. If you look like right up in that area, you can see them. I don't know if you can tell or not, but they're pretty close. Less than, like, I would say there's about a finger width in between each GPU. So at least some of them. Some of them are pretty far away from the other ones. It's just the way that I have it configured right now. Okay, so enough about all that. You can see the GPU, the overclock settings here, fan speed, and all that stuff. All right, and the wattage as well. Super low wattage on these guys. These are MSI Radeon. These are the Mark IIs, the Armor Mark IIs. Really cool GPUs. Super solid, nice quality, all that stuff. Okay. All right, so what we want to do first is we have to decide what pool we're going to mine on. And since we're mining Zel, I figured we would go with Zel Labs pools. If you go to zellabs.net, you'll end up with a page that looks like this, and then you just click on pools over here on the left, and then you end up here, and then in this case we're mining Zel. You can see what else they have going on here. So we're mining Zel, so we're gonna go visit pool, and then we get to look at some network statistics, hash rate graph, how many miners, you know, lots of data here, total hash rate of the pool, everything. So, and then what block height we're at as well. So good stuff here. You know, previous transactions or blocks and everything. So I think one of these, I don't know how long ago it was. Yeah, here we go. I just noticed this. Somebody wrote me, Crypto Wrench wrote me on Discord and said, "Hey, is this you?" I was like, "Yeah, man, that is me." So this was kind of neat to hit a block or find a block on Zel Labs pools. That was kind of neat. Pretty cool stuff there. And I hit it right on time. You know, the luck factor was pretty much perfect. So it was kind of, I guess, expected given my hash rate on the pool and then the pool's total hash rate and how all that stuff works. So kind of neat though to actually hit a block or find a block on the pool that I'm actually on. So that's kind of neat. All right, so that is the dashboard. Lots of info here again. Okay. You'll probably, if you need to download a miner, you could go straight to miners, or I'm sorry, no. The next thing you would do is go to getting started. And then this kind of gives you really good information about what's going on the pool or how to configure your miner. It tells you which miner to use for different GPUs. We have already used gminer in a video on how to mine Zel using gminer. I think we were using Hashr8 OS at that time as well. So check that out. Also, if you're wanting to mine with gminer, we just recently did, I think 2 nights ago, we did a Mine Zel video on how to mine Zel using Mine Zel. And then tonight we're going to look at lolMiner and AMD GPUs and Hashr8 OS and how to mine it on there. So it's kind of cool. Zel Labs has a miner config generator. A lot of pools have these days. It definitely helps with your config. So we're going to go with, let me get my address here. And the address I'm using is from my Zel Core desktop wallet. We'll throw that in there. The name of the rig is Hashr8. And the password, now, this is where you get to set, on the Zel Labs pool, you can actually set your minimum payout with the password field. And the way you would do that is to, there's basically like a parameter here that you put in here. And you say min payout equals, and then you have a number. So what you would do is put in the number of the minimum payout you want. And what I'm seeing is in my wallet, I noticed that basically each transaction was about 5 Zel, maybe 6. Or each reward, not transaction. Each reward was about 5 or 6 Zel. So I don't want to get a payout like that often, because I think if you look up, actually, let me go back out of here real quick and go back to where was I that I had, was it down here? Yeah, let's go here. I think it actually shows, yeah, I've got some unconfirmed here. So total paid is 269 and the minimum payout right now is 1 Zel. So, and you can see right here, actually, that's super cool. They actually tell you right there to set a custom payout, use a password like min payout equals number in your miner config file. So that's cool. That's basically what we're going to do. I don't want it as low as 1 Zel because that's basically every reward it's going to, do a payout. So I'd probably increase this to, I've been mining to have a time, I think I've been up for I want to say just a few days. So we'll go with 100, I guess. Probably 100 would probably be a pretty good number. So let's go back over here to the miner config. Gotta get my address again. Name is Hashr8. Minimum payout. Again, you can set it to whatever you want, but I'm going to go with 100. I'm going to continue to mine Zel for a while. Not necessarily on, definitely not on AMD, but I will on my NVIDIA rig. And then we're going to choose lolMiner here, and then Linux down here because we're using Hashr8 OS. So this is basically what our config file should look like, right? Now we're using a mining operating system called Hashr8 OS. So we don't really need this, but it's good. It's a good reference. Like if you run into problems setting up the miner in Hashr8 OS, you could come in here and look at what the parameters should be. And like let's just say, for example, in Hashr8 OS they forgot or didn't automatically put the coin parameter here, coin Zel. Then if you don't do that on this pool, it won't. I don't believe, well, using this miner, it won't work. So you might have to add this parameter to Hashr8 OS settings, right? The miner settings in Hashr8 OS to make it work. I'm not saying you have to. I think that they already have it set up. But this is just a good reference for troubleshooting. All right, so let's, I'm going to copy this, paste it into a document over here. And that way we have something to reference, so we don't have to go all the way back here. All right, and then we are going to, oh, they do have a copy button here too. You saw I did it the hard way. I highlighted this whole thing and right click copy, but they have a copy button over here, so that's cool. All right, so close this, and then we're gonna go out to Hashr8 OS. And the first place you'll wanna go is wallets. And you can see that I have a wallet called Zel Core because that is my desktop wallet for Zel. So it's a Zel Core desktop wallet. They've got a really cool wallet. It looks like this. This is the Zel that I have in there right now. I've done some videos on, and you can see the payouts over there on the right, the transactions coming in. Those are mining and rewards. So you can see how I got the number 5 and 6 somewhere around there. But yeah, so I've done a couple videos on their wallet pretty recently, so check those out as well. All right, so we're going to look at Zel Core. So we have to go to the configuration because we have to add, this is in Hashr8 OS, this is where you add miners. You have to go to wallets and go to the wallet that you want to use. And in this case, it's Zel. I already set this part up, but if you didn't have that already, you would, I think you have to add, I think you just edit wallet, I think, yeah. And then you would add a coin down here. Okay, so in this case, I've already added Zel because we've done several videos on that already. And you can see that I've got a couple miners assigned to it, Gminer 196, and one more. The one more is going to be Mine Zel, I think. So then we're going to go to edit. And you can see I'm set up to be on Zel Labs. It's actually included inside of Hashr8 OS. You don't have to add it. I believe it's already in there. I don't think it's a custom pool or anything. So, whoops, what happened there? Zel Labs. There we go. So that's the pool and the port that we're using. And then the password, remember, we can set that minimum payout in there. So we're going to see if this works. So let's go ahead and do a minimum payout equals 100. It'll look like this. And then we will do the address. That was already in there, but because I chose the down arrow and I kind of messed it up, so I got it to clear out. I probably could have canceled and went right back into it, and the wallet would have already been there. But let's go with select the miner. So we're going to click the down arrow. We're going to choose lolMiner 0.9.7. That's the latest. And then we're going to click edit. Well, we're going to look at what we've got in here, and it's not going to be anything. So that's okay. This is pretty normal. You want to just leave it default to see what the hash rate guys give you for your parameters the first time you boot up, right? And I'll show you how to do that in a minute once we get this rig restarted. So I'm going to click save here. So now I've got these 3 miners assigned. So save here. And then we're going to go to, you can go to dashboard. You can see I'm mining CCX right now on Hero Miners pool using Team Red Miner. And then you're going to click the, let's see, what I like to do actually, I started doing this recently. I think I want to action. Okay, I can't pause here, so I have to actually go into the rig. And what I want to do is pause it. So that'll stop the mining process. And in this case, it's probably pretty good idea to do that because you're actually changing the miner, right? The miner software, you're actually changing completely. So, and then we'll go to mining. You can see that desktop is selected because we were mining Conceal, and I was using the desktop wallet. So that's what the wallet, the desktop wallet group, I guess you could say, in the wallets feature over here has several coins in there for me. But in this case, we need to change that to Zel Core because I'm using the Zel Core desktop wallet for this address. And then we'll choose Zel Cache. And then the miner. You see that you only have 2 options in here because the other one is for NVIDIA only. The Mine Zel was NVIDIA only, and because it knows that there's AMD only in this rig, it's only going to give you the miners that work with AMD. So we're going to choose lolMiner, and then apply to all, and I believe that that is going to kick off a restart. I don't know if it restarts the rig or if it just well, the other miner was already stopped, so this one needs to, it probably needs to download it, I would imagine, because I don't think I've ever used lolMiner on this rig. So it probably needs to download the miner and start it up. So we might be in a situation where we'll have to restart. We'll just kind of have to see what's going on here. It looks like it's actually already, it's already online. So this looks pretty normal. Yeah, see miner downloading. Okay, so we have to wait on that. Shouldn't take too long though, I wouldn't imagine. Let me check the chat, see what y'all are up to. Hey, Nick Cadden. Serpent, what's up, man? Chuck Geo87, what's going on? Bitcoin Jake, Deadwood, what's up? Glad y'all could make it. Okay, so it says it is online. I'm assuming that that means that it has finished downloading the miner, and now it's bringing it back online, so we can go into console probably and kind of figure out what is going on. So whenever you first get into the console on, hey, what's up, Jay Bohannon? Whenever you first get into the console on Hashr8 OS, and you get to this command, the command prompt, like what you're seeing here, if you just press the up arrow, you can see what the miner config that was set or sent to the miner, or what the miner is actually using. And in this case, it looks like they have it creating a JSON, a JavaScript object notation file with the settings in it. So unfortunately, we can't see, I don't believe that there's an easy way of seeing exactly what those configurations are. So what we'll have to do is we will just kind of have to, let's see, we told it the password. That was really the only, lolMiner doesn't have a lot of configs, you know, a lot of switches or parameters that you can add to it. It's kind of real sleek and trimmed down as far as that goes. Pretty much the only thing you could do is tell it to use this config file. I mean, everything else in the whole miner is pretty basic. We did change the password to the minimum payout, so what we could do, I think if we go over to Zel Labs now, yep, look right here, see how it changed that? So this actually confirms for us that our config worked, right? Because if it was able to give that config to the pool, then I think we're good. So that's cool. That's kind of neat to see. All right, let's go back over here and look at our horrible hash rate. Okay, so this rig up here is 6 GPUs, 610 series, and it was doing 220 on Zel. Yeah, this is, and it's probably going to crash. Yeah, it looks like it's even crashing. Maybe because of overclocking. There would probably be a significant amount of troubleshooting. I am going to go ahead and just restart it though. We didn't really give it a reboot, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Whoops, maybe not. Maybe I won't. Alright, so it says it's online now, so maybe now I can do a restart. There we go. Okay, so I want to get a good restart in there. And this rig is a little finicky sometimes. It has one or two GPUs sometimes that fall off, you know, and they don't come up whenever you do a reboot. So I want to keep an eye on that and make sure that they are all, make sure all the fans are spinning and everything looks good. And so far so good, so I think we're okay here. What coin are y'all talking about here? Pointing to, I guess you're talking about Zel. Yeah. Zel's a solid project, man. I just love it, but it's you know, small market cap and all that stuff, so it's got some ways to go as far as that goes, but micro cap. I don't know if Brandon Coin's going live or not. Looks like he is. So we've got about 3 minutes before his starts, so hopefully this rig comes back up and we are good to go. It says it's online. I want to see. All right, so things are looking okay now. Hey, what's up, Shuby? So Shuby has informed me that he wants to do a giveaway at, oh, this is not that bad. Not as bad as it was earlier. He wants to do a giveaway. It's probably going to crash again because I have a feeling that the overclock settings are probably not right for Equihash on AMD. Because they're more like they're set for ETH and Kryptonite. So I don't know what changes. Yeah, see, it died again real quick. So I don't know what changes I need to make. I guess I could just zero everything out. Anyway, so before I get to that, let me finish my sentence here. So Shuby is wanting to donate some ETC. I think he said $50 worth of any coin that's on Coinbase. Whenever I get to, he's a big supporter of the channel, which I really appreciate so much. Whenever I get to 2,000 subscribers, and I'm at 1,540 right now, it looks like. So he said at 2,000, he's going to do a $50 giveaway. And I'll probably do something like matching that. Why in the world does it say graphics card repaste? Did I not change the... Oh, I didn't. That's funny. I didn't change the title. All right, my bad. I forgot. I told y'all I was playing racquetball. I'm super tired. I didn't even change the... You know what? I remember typing it, but I guess I didn't save it or something. I don't know. Anyway, so he's going to give away $50 of crypto if I hit 2,000 subscribers. I'll probably match that. So, yeah, cool stuff. So tell your friends or whatever. Share the videos and tell them to subscribe to my channel. I mean, I'm live every night almost during the week, sometimes on the weekends. So I really put it out there. I try to be here every night, so yep, let folks know. I usually cover like project type stuff. Every now and then I'll do like mining, like we did tonight. Last night I did hardware. We did the GPU repasting, which it did help that one GPU quite a bit. It dropped the temperature by about, not temperature, the temperature stayed about the same, but the fan speed was down about 10%, so that was pretty good. It went from 100% down, it was hanging around 90%. Still not great, but it did see a little bit of a performance increase or a cooling increase, so the fan doesn't have to run as 100% all the time like it did before. So yeah, so share the videos, tell your friends, family, whatever, anybody who's into crypto. Like it says up here, almost daily crypto mining videos, so I go pretty hard. I mean, I try to be as informative as possible, and I do content. I do content that I like. I have to like it to talk about it. So sometimes, you know, like I'll talk about Zel. You can see clearly I've been talking about Zel for 4 or 5 videos here. Last week it was swap. You know, the week before that it might have been CCX or conceal. You know, it just depends. But I will throw some hardware stuff in there, or how to mine. Just sprinkle it in there from time to time. So it's not just about projects, and zero of this content is ever sponsored. It is literally just me talking about projects that I'm interested in, and that is it. There's no sponsorship. There's none of that stuff. I don't make a dime, not even a penny on YouTube. So I'm not even monetized or nothing. So this is just me talking about stuff I'm interested in and hanging out with you. So since y'all like stuff like that, yeah, I just like hanging out and talking crypto. I've said this before, I don't have anybody around me in the real close vicinity that I talk crypto with. So this is my talking crypto every day, you know. So it helps me out, keeps me on my toes. All right, so let's see what this rig is doing, and then we'll head over to Brandon Coin. It sounds like it's mining, so it looks like it is. It's probably going to crash again. We'll give it a second here, but it is up over 100, so that's kind of cool. This rig up here is, you know, at 220, but that's NVIDIA. So I might leave it here for a minute and see if it crashes, because this is actually not bad. Not terrible. Like if the rewards, if you know, it could be profitable if the project increases in value, right? Then it could even be profitable on AMD GPUs. It all depends on the value of the coin and the rewards that you get each day, right? So you know, you would use a calculator like what to mine. So we're looking at 102 solutions per second on AMD. I don't know the wattage. Let's look at the wattage. It says 543. It's got to be more than that, but okay, we'll go with 543 on what to mine. So we got 5. Actually, let's do it like this. We have 5 580s, 2 570s. I don't know. It's definitely not gonna be one of the most profitable or anything like that. It is listed though, and it says that we should get about 31 a day. So if that's true and the value goes up, like Zel is going up right now, right? So if that continues, then you know, you could see Zel move up this profitability chart, right? Even for AMD. That's kind of cool. All right. Let's see. See if Brandon Coin's over here. Oh, it's a Premiere. Okay. All right, guys. So that is going to do it for me. Let's head over to Brandon Coin, do a little Savage raid over there, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is Crypto Fireball Friday. Should be good. I bought a new bottle of Fireball, so I will be having a little drink and talking some crypto with you guys, and that's it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. If you thought this was beneficial at all, be sure to like it, share it, all that stuff. Leave me some comments down below. You know, what do you think about Zel? What do you think about how to, you know, mining with Hashr8 OS and lolMiner and all the well, actually, one thing that you could tell me is whether or not those overclock settings are okay for Equihash, because actually right now it seems to be pretty solid. It's not crashing like it was. So what I'll do is I'll leave this running for a little while and just see if it crashes. If not, let me clear this out here. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this running for a little bit and see if it works. Maybe it needed a couple of restarts to get things configured right. I don't know. With the lolMiner. All right, so that's going to do it. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Stay savage, everybody.